So for this vlog, I kind of want to make a personal connection and a media connection in one, and kind of also just talk about like what happened in the book. So the point I'm talking about is where the grand jury decided not to indict the officer who shot Khalil in his death. And so I think this is very important because it shows, I guess, how unfair the system is, because seeing it from Star's point of view, we know that Khalil was, yes, he was like a suspected drug dealer, but he wasn't armed. He didn't have any intention of hurting the police officer, but he was still shot and killed. And so we kind of get like a first-hand experience and know, that he is innocent and that the police officer, was 100% wrong in shooting at him. And so seeing or reading that the police officer is not going to be indicted is just an important part, because it just goes against what you're thinking, because you're thinking, you know there's no evidence to show that Khalil was doing anything wrong, so the cop should be sent to jail. But in reality, he's not being indicted. I think he just got leave. Maybe he was fired, I'm not sure, but so it's really just a slap on the wrist to him. So that's just really important, because that just goes against what you would think would happen. And so the quote in the book is when they're all in the car and she's with Chris and stuff, and they're driving back into Garden Heights and listen to the radio, and the quote is, "The song fades off. This is the hottest station in the nation, Hot 105, the DJ says. If you're just tuning in, the grand jury has decided not to indict Officer Brian Cruz Jr. in the death of Khalil Harris. Our thoughts and prayers are with the Harris family. Stay safe out there, y'all." So that's a quote. Obviously, it shows that the police officer is not really getting any punishment. And so the personal connection I want to make to this is not really personal. It's kind of, just like a general connection, I guess. But there was the Tamir Rice shooting in Cleveland a couple years ago, and that police officer was not indicted either. He was just fired, which is, obviously similar to this, because police officer wrongfully killed, a black child in both situations, and neither police officer was really punished for it. And so that's kind of personal, because, I live in Cleveland and that happened in Cleveland. And just the media connection is also just kind of more of general, just because, most of these cases that you see of these police brutality, where there's white cop on a black citizen, just from evidence alone and stuff, most of the time the cops really aren't indicted. And if they are, punished, it's really not, a huge punishment. It's just, maybe a little bit of time in jail, or they're fired, or, something along those lines. But it's nothing major like you should see for a normal murder case. If it's just two people, someone murders another person, they go to life in jail sometimes. So it kind of just shows you how this book just relates to real life, where in either situations, the cop is really being punished and put to the test, or put to trial of what he deserves. So yeah, that wraps up this vlog.